Hello everyone, Stray Bard Art here. Hope you all had a good new year, and we are past halfway through January. It's kind of weird to see how all the time has gone, and it's been kind of one of those times where it feels like time is both moving fast and slow. Anyhow, something I want to do is to try to revive this YouTube channel by recording speed paints and doing vlogs over them. So some of these first speed paints may sound a little clunky, but if you're willing to stay with me throughout all of them, I appreciate it. This speed paint, I'm going to be talking about why diversity is important. This has been a topic that I've been meaning to speak up on for a long time, but I kept holding off on speaking about it because I was always fearful of backlash, as well as just fearful that I didn't have all the answers. And to be honest, I don't think anyone is going to have all the answers to this question. I do believe that this question has to be answered on a case-by-case basis, but an aspect of why diversity is important is that it allows us to see ourselves as characters in a story. Like Basim, for instance. Growing up in the post-9/11 era, if you were a guy with brown skin and a beard and was from the Middle East, you were targeted for all sorts of harassment and racism. It was even worse if you were a kid, because, I mean, back then, I was just growing up. I just wanted to make friends, and it was just hard, especially when, according to everyone else, I was seen and viewed as problematic even before I got a chance to show them who I really was. And then around the 2010s, I had noticed that there was this push for more diversity. There were more people of color in comics, more queer people. There was also this push for acceptance and tolerance. As for whether or not those initiatives were successful or a part of the best practice, it's also on a case-by-case basis. But there was this idea being solidified in like nerd culture and society that, hey, everybody deserves a chance to see themselves as a hero, regardless of their ethnic background, their skin color, their cultural background, whatever abilities or disabilities they have. This doesn't mean that we need things to be one-to-one in order to relate to them. For instance, I relate a lot to Luke Skywalker, who is a white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy. I relate a lot to Mirabelle from Encanto, who is a South American girl. And I relate to a lot of Dungeons & Dragons characters who come in all sorts of shapes, sizes, and have all sorts of magical abilities, most notably the Mighty Nine. But when we have characters like Basim who tell people, hey, I see you, you can be brown, have a beard, be from like a Muslim country, and be a hero. It's awesome. And what I like about Basim's journey so far is that it's a journey of personal growth, and it's a journey of moving forward. It's also a journey where mistakes are made, especially very grave ones. I don't want to get into spoil territory, but essentially Basim joins the Creed after a job goes horribly wrong, and in a way, the Creed is a way for him to restart and set up a new life. And even though the period where he is training in the Creed is just very briefly presented in gameplay, it's also home to some wonderful moments you have with Basim's mentors telling him, be kind to your progress, be here in mind and spirit. And when it all culminates in that scene where Basim is accepted into the Creed and is presented with his hidden blade, it almost feels like a figurative warm hug, telling the player, bad things have happened, you've made mistakes, but we're here for you, you're valid, you're special, and you're welcome. I still have yet to finish Assassin's Creed Mirage, and my thoughts on the game may change as I go on. But so far, I've really loved it, and Basim is actually only just one part of why I love it. A major part of my love for it is the presentation of Baghdad and the Islamic Golden Era. You have the cult prayers in the morning, you have people from all walks of life, all ethnicities, and even different religions walking through the streets, presenting it as a hub of trade and knowledge. You even have people saying things that people would normally say in an Islamic country, such as Inshallah, God wills, as well as calling each other Khalil, which is best friend. I would have really loved to have seen a game like Assassin's Creed Mirage growing up in an age where I didn't feel welcome in society, and when I grew up developing a lot of hate for myself. And it's thanks to characters and stories like Basim in Assassin's Creed, May and the Stranger in Acolyte, the various characters in Baldur's Gate 3, and Miles Morales' Spider-Man that I'm able to feel like, yes, I am welcome here. And that is why diversity matters. It's to tell people, no matter what other people say, no matter how other people try to make you feel, you are welcome here, and you can be a hero, just like the characters in these stories that we share with each other. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you later.